All right. They can't hear us? I got you. That's awesome. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome, honestly. That's really cool. Your voice just sounds like it should be doing smooth jazz right now. That I don't know, honest to God. I really don't know what's going on. That's true. I honestly missed the Atlantic City, I just missed Atlantic City, honest to God. Like, it was actually pretty fun.
Google Fi, a phone.
Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good? Feeling good. Improving. Ain't so much bone, brother. How you feel, man? I feel all right. I call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here. How you feel, fellas? That jam. Sure getting down. Look at him.
what is living behind that boy's eyes is purely and simply evil.
You are now listening to Ultra Space Review.
Rings of Power.
Allow me.
It's kind of rough.
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another stream. Oh, let me pop it on here. Bam, there we go. I'm your host, the Bearded Baritone, and today is Thirsty Thursday, and we have a special guest. But before we get there, you know what we have to do. Greatly appreciate your viewership. As always, if there's anything I can do to make this stream more enjoyable, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. If you never get a notification that I am live here on Twitch, you can follow me on Twitter. I almost always post it there live. Also, if you want to see what I do in my everyday life, you can follow me on Instagram. You can see me at Twitch conventions, which we were just at. We were just at J1Con, of course. You can see me with celebrities from conventions I go to, out to eat, so on and so forth. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised. I post and say whatever the fuck I want. You have been warned. So, please, our amazing guest, please introduce yourself so everybody can know who you are, because my introduction would do you no justice.
I appreciate that very much. Hi guys, my name is Brian Watts. I'm a professional voice actor. I've worked on video games all over the world. I guess, Bearded Baritone kind of approached me at J1Con. It was like, I'm a really big fan of Project Nightmares. I'm like, you're the only person I know of who's actually heard of that game who is at this convention. Everybody else was like, oh, you voiced in War Thunder and Illicit? I was like, yeah, I've voiced in those games. He's the only one that approached me and was like, not War Thunder, Project Nightmares and Mortuary Assistant. Sign me the hell up. I was like, all right, fine.
So right now in my chat, the only reason I know about Project Nightmares is because of a guy named Uncle Diddy. Now, Uncle Diddy has terrifying Tuesdays and Thursdays on his stream. He has played both the Mortuary Assistant and Project Nightmares Henrietta. Project Nightmares, he had to give to me because he is a black Ghostbuster. Trust me, it's amazing. So as the black Ghostbuster, this was a case that he just couldn't manage to solve because he was so busy with so many other horror games. He said, listen, I need you to go in here, finish project, case 36, or case 96, sorry. And it was the funniest, most nerve-wracking horror game I've played besides, not Madison, it was another game. But it was, we finished it. We finished it. We beat Henrietta in the head with the flashlight. We sent her to hell. Case closed. And I would have never guessed the voice actor for this game would have been there. So Visage, that was the other one, Uncle Diddy. That one is nerve-wracking. I don't even play that game anymore. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, he has a quite a slew of games that he has done work for. So I had to bring him on here. I had to. It was only right.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate that. And to be honest, this is kind of funny. I don't voice in I don't play the horror games I voice in because I'm too chicken shit to actually do that. Honest to God, that's just being 100% honest with you guys. I'm too chicken shit to play the actual games I voice in, especially if they're horror games. No.
Yes.
No.
Diddy, he has done mortuary assistant as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he listen, he's the man. So
That was
where
a
you know what? Where are you from? I never.
I'm from Virginia.
Oh, nice.
So I drove 7 hours to Atlantic City on Friday night, which was fun.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
That is a lot. Were you born and raised there, obviously. College, sports.
So I'm currently a senior at Liberty University. I study criminal justice, but obviously I'm doing voiceover work part time, I guess you could say. My full time job, I don't want to really reveal it because I
Please,
do work in a
don't-
sort of law.
You don't even have to.
Okay.
We are
sorry.
all about anonymity around here. Trust me.
I appreciate it.
Oh no, trust me. We're not going to pry into your private life like that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool though. How much longer do you have in college?
So I should be graduating in 2023, should be quote unquote.
Okay.
But you know, I kind of wanted to just ascertain my degree just because I've always been that kind of person where you know you finish what you start. I played football back in high school. I had several times where I wanted to quit, especially with two-a-days. Two-a-days killed me back in high school, but you know it made me who I am today. Like made me stronger, made me persevere through you know adversity and things like that. But I think, honest to God, that my biggest takeaway was just you know when you start something, always finish through it. You know it might be tough at the beginning, but you know life wasn't made for the simplest people. It wasn't made to be easy. It was made to be difficult. It was made to be challenging. It was made for you know success.
Absolutely. Like right now, I'm in college to be a dental hygienist.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I started right before the pandemic hit, and it was just like, for me, it actually saved me. It saved me and made me make so many strides. I was like, this is awesome. This is perfect. Like it just worked out so perfectly. And even with the streaming, like I didn't start streaming until, you know, president was like, here's $1,500. I was like, hey, all right, let's do it. Liberty University, they tried to recruit me in '94. Oh, really, Uncle Diddy? Oh, wow.
Football, I guess.
I believe so.
Awesome. They're actually right now. They're undefeated. They're about to look. I'm a Virginia Tech fan. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh,
Liberty is going to kick Tech's ass. Let's just throw it out there right now. Liberty's going to kick Virginia Tech's ass. They kicked BYU. They kicked BYU's ass just recently. So
well, if I know one thing, we got a big Michigan Wolverine fan in the stream right now.
oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's something else, and he's a Chicago Bears fan, so it's all right. I deal with it. I do. I
See,
deal with it.
I've never actually been to Atlantic City. I've never even been like the furthest I've actually been was Baltimore, and Baltimore that was back before Baltimore became what Baltimore is today. Anybody who lives in Baltimore, don't take offense to that, but Baltimore. Baltimore is a great city to live in on most parts of it. Most parts of it. Just don't go downtown or just not don't go to South Side. But you know, I would love to visit Philadelphia one day. There's a Comic-Con that somebody from Thy Geekdom Con actually left a postcard on one of my tables and one of my tables on my table, and I'm really interested in going to more Comic-Cons now because of the experience I had at J1Con. It was my first time going as a special VIP guest, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. And working with Greg Hauser and Keith Burgess was awesome. And, getting to talk to the fans was just, again, awesome. I keep repeating myself like a broken record. But, that sort of camaraderie was really great. And being able to interact with the fans and answer questions and hear Keith's uncomfortable story about how he voiced a dick in anime, like an actual
That was funny.
Yeah, you heard about that. Yeah. I can't. I looked at him. I was sitting on the panel. I was like, "The fuck did you just say?"
Yeah.
I was like, Keith, you want to repeat that shit real fast?
Yeah.
He said, I voiced an anime character with a drill dick. Me and Greg just looked at each other. I was like, how would you even voice that? What?
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
He told us that the producer told him to drink a bunch of coffee and drink, eat a bunch of sugar so he gets hyper. I was like, hyper? I was like, you got a drill dick. I was like, I'd be in pain.
Yeah, that's an interesting position to be in, where it's like, hey, you do voice work, right? Yeah. Here, how come you can just be this dick? And it's just like,
It's like I think his character was like was it Shinji off Dead Leaves or something like that? I'm not sure what it was called.
something like that. And I was just like, oof.
It was an anime that looked a lot like Fully Cooley a little bit. Like I used to love Fully Cooley growing up, but I watched a little bit of what he was voicing and I was like, I think I need to be like LSD or some shit to watch this. Like this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, Fooly Cooley, that came out. Oh God, I was in high school. In that first episode with the baseball, I was just like, what is this? Like, that show is wild. I don't.
It
Oh,
had some good music. It had some really good music in it.
oh yeah, absolutely. Shay 30 says, I've seen Dead Leaves.
Say, are you a fan of Keith's character?
Yeah, right. Are you a fan of Keith's character? Because he was, all right. It was pretty interesting.
No, but I really do enjoy hanging out with Keith and Greg. I really like Greg. Greg was a really good support for me being there. My first convention, being there as a voice acting guest or VIP, whatever you want to call us. It was really great getting to know everybody, especially the Power Ranger. I forgot. Oh my God, I don't know what her name was. I forgot. She gave me her card, but I forgot what her name was.
Wait. Was it the black, the yellow?
No.
Ranger?
The New Zealand. She played
Oh,
as
see,
the
I don't.
yellow. I think she's the Yellow Ranger in Power Rangers RPM.
I'm not. You know what? I don't know what Power Rangers is up to now. I really don't. I haven't watched Power Rangers since '90. I don't. Is her name Adelaide Kane or Olivia Tennant?
No.
I'm lost in. I don't.
I don't want to say the name that is not correct. That's the whole thing. 'Cause it's
No, I don't. I really don't blame you. I do.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going there. No, but it's been just a really fun experience at J1 Con. I mean, it really was. Jason threw a hell of a performance. Not performance. He threw a hell of a convention.
Yes, he did.
Really, with his own money. He had no sponsorships or anything. And I was the one that kept preaching to him. Sort of like Big Lit Con or Big Lit Comic Con in Roanoke, Virginia. That you need to find sponsorships like Bank of Botetourt. You can't do that because his was like he was putting his own money into things, but. I can't reveal who it is, but I do know who the sponsor is next year, and it is huge.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, I can't reveal.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it. We ain't even gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. So
Yeah, we ain't gonna go there.
I've known Jay for years, and
So you probably know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, probably more than likely.
Okay, I got you.
So it's all right. But Jay started doing it here in Philly. And he would, try to get sponsors, but honestly, Philly, they didn't show him love when it came to like sponsors or anything.
Yeah.
So he basically said, "Fuck this! I can take it somewhere else," and it's just gotten bigger and bigger for years. Even his VT Heroes, his own card game, like he's just getting it bigger and bigger. And I love Jay. He's amazing.
Oh, I agree.
Truly do. He's a wonderful dude.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy. He really is, and I'm really hard pressed to say that about a bunch of people. But Jay honestly reached out to me, and there was another guy who works with him. Who, man, that kid worked his ass off for all of us. I forgot what his name was. I really did. But he was one of the guys that was working there at the convention, and he worked his ass off. He really did. And Jason was stressed the first night. I'm not gonna lie. He was not Friday. Saturday night.
Yes, that's literally him. When I came there, I said, Jay, did you eat? Are you okay? Do you need something to drink? Every time I see Jay, he's running around. He barely stops. That's why I have to stop him and say, listen, you got to eat or something. Get coffee, something, whatever you got to do. You're doing too much. And as soon as he saw me, he put me to work. He's like, listen, I need you to do this for me. You got it. I don't mind doing anything for Jay because he's a guy.
He's a hard worker. He really is. And he's a hell of a friend to have as well. Like, he got me involved in the Ajaka series. I'm voicing Hadrianus and Ajaka, which is awesome.
Whoa.
I can't wait till that gets revealed.
Congratulations on that, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait till the actual promo gets revealed because right now they just have the teaser trailer.
Ooh, oh, I can't wait to see that. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see that.
Yeah, if anybody's not seen a Jaka or has not seen the trailer for it yet, imagine the Boondocks, like the original Boondocks animated series, not the movie, but like the Boondocks animated series, mixed with like not Spars, what the hell am I saying? Stars Spartacus, like the actual series with Liam
Ooh.
McIntyre.
Oh wow, I haven't seen Spartacus in forever.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Like that's really what it reminded me of was like the Boondocks mixed with Spartacus.
Oh, I'm going to check that out. I definitely got to check that out.
I grew up on the Boondocks. That's an awesome series.
Truly it is. We got Sugar and Spice. How you doing, Sugar and Spice? Lock and Key. Great to see you both. This is our special guest. I had to have him on because horror games and me, I love them. I play them in the dark. I play them in the dark, and not the smartest idea, but
You're better than I am. I can't. I turn my light off and I try to play Madison because people kept asking me to play
Are you-
Madison. And I was, oh, dude, no. It was bad. It was bad. Like I got as far as where like the what is it that the World War One or I think it's like yeah World War One character was in the church, and I was like fuck this, I'm out. I said fuck this shit, I am out. I can't solve this shit. I am out of this motherfucker.
oh no. You tried playing Madison in the dark? Are you out of your mind?
I tried. I really did.
You are out of your
Uh,
mind.
It was rough. I mean, it really was. Like they asked me if I wanted to play, I asked a poll to my fans and my friends and all that stuff. You know, people I've worked with, like what is it, Brian Clark from Darkstone Digital, who made Mortuary Assistant. I actually voiced as the main character in his game Cohate as well. So Brian Clark is the creator of Mortuary Assistant, but I've worked with him on 2 other games. The
Ooh.
first game I worked with him on was Cohate. I voiced the main character in that game. That's actually one of my best voice. Like if you actually go to Alpha Beta Gamers like YouTube channel and then type in Cohate, that's one of the best voice acting things I've ever actually done. Like all the comments are talking about how the voice acting was so realistic, it didn't make any sense, and like that blew me away because I was like, dude, Brian knows what he's doing. Like I'm Brian, the other Brian. Brian two, thing one, thing two. Brian Clark knows what he's doing, and that's when I was like, dude, I gotta work with this guy more. So eventually, me and him also worked on his work with what is it? What's that? DreadX, the DreadX collection. With he had a game called The Book of Blood, and I voiced a character called Trevor, which is the main character. And I swear to God, it reminds me. I swear he based this game off of Terrifier, and I actually know the actual actor Thornton in Terrifier. I'm not friends with the guy, but I know him. Like I've talked to him before. And the guy's awesome like he's awesome to talk to, but his character is freaky as shit. Art the Clown or whatever. But in Terrifier, in the Book of
Dread
Blood.
Book of Blood.
Yeah, in Book of Blood, I voiced Trevor, who his buddy Mark is he leaves for the night because they're packing up and stuff like that. And I guess Trevor's just being lazy and just taking a sweet ass time packing up. And it reminded me so much of Terror Drum. What the hell am I saying? Of Terrifier because like the clown just pops out of nowhere and he's just like he's terrorizing Trevor. And if you don't get things started soon, he'll stab the shit out of you basically. And I love working with Brian because Brian's got all these great ideas, and some of them become realized, like the Book of Blood and Mortuary Assistant, where I was lucky enough to voice the patient in Mortuary Assistant. I was the one that screamed, get me out of here, they're gonna kill me, blah 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 blah.
So that was you spooking the shit out of people.
Probably, yeah.
Oh
That was fun.
wow.
It's funny because Brian just messaged me out of the blue one day and was like, "Hey, I need you to do something for me." I was like, "Sure, what's up?" Because I was actually heading into work, and he was like, "Can you record this, like these couple of lines, and about like an hour or whatever?" I was like, "Sure." I look at the lines, I'm like, "Oh shit, these lines, these are gonna destroy my vocal cords." So I was actually in my home studio. This is my work studio. My home studio looks like Houdini's box. That's what I call it. It's like a small little like closet or whatever. It's got like maybe got room to stand basically, and that's about it. Just room to stand, and that's the one I use a Rode NT1A. This one I'm using a Neumann TLM 103, and I screamed in the Rode NT1A. I'm surprised it actually turned out the way it was because it was actually a really good recording, but it's funny because I was fully dressed for work, and I was like, I gotta get this shit done. I had a rush performance, and he calls me back, or he messages me back like a couple of days later. He's like, dude, here's, oh sweet, we got a raid going on.
Oh, that was unexpected
That was-
as shit.
that's awesome.
That is awesome. Oh my god.
Well, you got a huge raid going on.
Yeah. Holy shit. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Thank you so much for the raid. Wow. Damn, you guys just broke up the whole train of thought.
No, you're fine. But he messaged me a few days later and was like, hey, here's your work in the game, check it out. And he shows me, I'm like, good God. I was like, holy shit. That spooked me a little bit. That kind of spooked me.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
But yeah, working with Brian Clark's been an awesome dream, honest to God. Like, I can't say, well, I'll say that I've enjoyed working with War Thunder, Gaijin Entertainment, because they've given me a lot more money. But anyway,
Redacted.
War Thunder, yeah. Redact that statement. Yeah, I've worked with War Thunder, Enlisted, Crossout. I've also done a project that I can't reveal off the top of my head because it's
That's
NDA.
okay. Not just yet.
But,
We'll get there. You know, once we, you know what I'm saying, once it breaks release date, you know, we'll still play
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. There's also a couple other horror games I'm voicing in. Dark Knight I voiced in that game. Dark Knight, it's a decent horror Silent Hill style game, but
Okay.
keep this between. Well, actually, I didn't sign an NDA, so I can actually reveal this. The audio director who I've been working with for the past 2 years
Okay.
told me that the investor stopped paying them, so he quit. Like the investor pretty much tried to fire the whole team. So
oh my God.
Dark Knight's pretty much done, and that sucks because Dark Knight had such potential. And it really did have a lot of potential, and that's what sucks about it because, you know, you have this great potential Silent Hill style horror game that just died because the investor just was like, I'm gonna make money somewhere else, and that's what sucks about it.
That is very disturbing.
Yeah, that's the industry for you, unfortunately. There's also a game called, what is it, Road to Hollow Hills, which is just like Silent Hills, except there's a Road to Hollow Hills. I voiced the character in that game, the main character who looks like John Wick, if John Wick spent a couple of nights like Jason Voorhees did, or a couple of years like Jason Voorhees did in the sewer with long hair. And, you know, that's the best way I can describe it.
Oh shit.
He's got more of a rough accent like that. Sounds sort of fake almost. But a new horror game I'm actually voicing is called Cult of Chancyville. You may have heard of it.
Say that again.
The Cult of Chancyville.
The Cult of Chancy. No, I haven't heard of that.
So I'll type it in real fast for you. Cult of Chancyville.
While you do that, I would like to thank Suge and Spice, Ming Lee 721, famous track star. It's Lola Cole. Thank you, guys. Oh, well, there you go. And first time chatter, Megawatt. Cult
Appreciate
of
it.
Jansville. Oh my goodness. All love. Oh yeah, I gotta look this up. This looks tremendous.
Yeah, I think it's a demo right now, but it's got a lot of potential, and it's very much reminding me of Silent Hill, like the original Silent Hill. There's also other games I've worked on that I can't reveal, but oh my god, I wish I could reveal them.
Oh, Sweet Melody. Thank you so much for the raid too. Wow. So Diddy, Cult of Chancellorsville, it's on Steam. The Black Ghostbuster, you need to get on that. I'm just saying. Really quick, I gotta show you how we do our raids over here. So Sugar and Spice has raided us, ladies and gentlemen, and I owe you guys a raid. I owe you guys a raid. Well, let me see really quick. We're just gonna close us out for a moment. Hold on.
I wish I could. What is that famous trackers or famous track star? I wish I could have a cute voice. I sound like a little boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, chat. You know it's time for the raid message. Now, even though we do have company, I'm still gonna give y'all the raid message.
China, you need 16 points to win.
I
I'm
just
gonna ask
realized
you the
that sounded
same
like
5 questions
Herbert
you
the
can
Lizard.
Okay.
Activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
I think he may
Holy
have
Spirit,
died.
Activate. 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 Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
It's Lola. Thank you.
Holy Spirit,
love that. That's cool as hell.
Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit,
That's cool as
activate.
hell. I like that.
Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate, activate.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
Thank you
That
so
is
much.
awesome.
Yeah, and listen, you can just gotta pull shit off YouTube every once in a while. I gotta ask though, what were you thinking trying to play Madison in the dark? Like, no, absolutely the fuck not.
So that's the thing. I've always had the mentality where, you know, I can gain more views because apparently people love to see people get scared. I don't know what it is, but people love watching people get scared. I mean, I used to watch John Wolf for Harshly Critical and here's a true story about me and Harshly Critical, honestly. I voiced in a game. I can't think it was a horror game. I think a long time ago. I'm not sure what it was. Oh my god, I remember what it was. All right, so I wasn't always in these really great horror games, right?
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Alright, so who here is a fan of Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, I mean, that's my childhood. Are you kidding me?
Alright, so Perfect Cell. I can voice Perfect Cell. I used to work with Team Infinite a lot. I was actually the director for Team Infinite. We used to work with SSJ9K or Luke Carter for a while.
No
And-
shit.
Oh yeah, we used to work with Luke Carter, and I used to actually, before Lord Frieza and Prince Vegeta split, they were actually with us, JB Coleman and Mark Malzar.
Okay.
But yeah, they were with us for a while. But they asked this one game called Lake of the Blind Mannequin. You probably heard of this shit. Lake of the Blind Mannequin is a game I voiced in, which. Oh god, it's so good. I voiced two things. I voiced a fisherman who the guy wanted to have an old man, but here I am at like 22 years old or 21 years old, and like I want you to sound like an old man. I'm like, I'm 21 years old. I don't sound like a damn old man. So I had to improvise. And Greg, do you have insurance on your vocal cords?
That's a good fucking
no.
question. That is a
So,
damn good question.
My insurance is a bottle of whiskey and honey. That's my insurance basically. But no, so he asked me to voice an old man. So I was like, I'm 21 years old. I can't voice a damn old man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, here's the deal. I can do. There's a particular voice that I can do. And he's like, okay, let's do it. I was like, are you sure you want me to do it? Because it sounds more like a cartoon character than anything else. He's like, as long as it sounds like an old man, that's fine. And can you guess what that character was?
Oh God, no.
They closed the lake today. No wonder. People kept going missing in the lake. Fuck. People kept.
That's great though. That's fucking
like-
great.
It was like Vegeta going fishing without trunks.
That-
Like, I'm an old man, for God's sakes, and Kakarot stole my fucking fish. It's like, oh god.
Oh shit.
Bulma, I need my fishing license back.
Not the fishing license back. That's you're terrible.
I voiced that character, and John didn't know about the other part in the video. So when he watched the video, he was like, he was maintaining his composure until there was another part in the actual video where my character said something stupid like, oh, what is it? Shit. I'm trying to think what he actually heard.
Oh my god.
This looks like. Oh, here it is. This looks like a good spot. Let's go fishing right here. And he just fucking busted out laughing on his video. He's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for that. And it's funny because the other character that I voiced, I was like, well, I got one other card up my sleeve, and I was like, Perfect Cell. So Perfect Cell, like his voice was voicing the mannequin, and his character was it was just like, "Hey, why are you fishing in my lake? So a bunch of kids got murdered in this lake. Why are you fishing in my lake, Vegeta? Cell, go fuck yourself. That's my fish. You can't have my fish." You know, things like that was just funny as shit when I thought about it, because everybody was commenting. It sounds like Vegeta's going fishing without trunks, and it sounds like Cell.
They just
It was,
they all retired and they're just fishing on a lake at this point.
and it's like, "Hi, I'm Goku," and Goku is just Goku is the fish.
I could see that. I could
It's-
definitely see that.
That voice must be preserved. I appreciate that, Greg. I really do. No, but like that video game actually caused me to like actually rethink voice acting. Honest to God, like it really did, because everybody was making fun of my voice, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit. But I learned a really valuable lesson from this. And actually, John helped me. John helped me with this kind of lesson, but I actually learned it on my own. In order to be a great actor, you have to learn to laugh at yourself first before you can laugh at others.
Oh, hell
or laugh
yes.
with others. And that's just with any kind of field. With acting, it's all about. It's almost like comedy. Comedy is subjective, just like acting is, and horror is subjective as well. And when it comes down to it, if you can't handle constructive criticism and criticism in general, you shouldn't be in this sort of field, and you shouldn't be in this art industry, because everyone's got an opinion, no matter what. I may like this piece of artwork, this Mona Lisa that is in front of me, and you may hate it, and you may think it's the worst thing since, rotten cabbage cheese. I don't know, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But it's the fact that I enjoy it is what I'm getting at, is that not everyone's gonna like what you do, but learning to understand that is the biggest the biggest thing in becoming a professional.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, not everybody's gonna like you. Get over it. Everybody has their own opinions of what they like and don't like, but being able to laugh at yourself, listen. We
Sweet melody.
we
You did the
we.
Mercury from Resident Evil.
Oh,
Woody. No, hold on. I've been asked this before. Hold on.
it's Woody.
Woody. What are you buying?
What are you selling? Oh, I love
Hello,
it.
stranger.
Not enough cash, stranger. Dude, it's funny because the remake of that game is coming out soon.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, that's gonna be tremendous. It's gonna be
But
absolutely
yeah,
tremendous.
it's really what it comes down to. It's sort of like I was kind of shocked, and I was like shocked and awe when it came to J1 because I was like, people actually want my autograph? I'm a nobody. And it's like Keith was like telling me, he barely gets any autographs or things like that as well. But it's the fact that he gets to see people smile, and the fact that he gets to see people actually enjoy, actually being there and seeing the voice actors actually being there and being happy with the other customers, the other fans, customers. SpongeBob, I can't. I didn't burn my voice from Vegeta. But yeah, basically, it's the fact that you get to be there and experience the convention with the fans and with the just guests in general. Not everyone knew any of the games I voiced in. Half of them don't even play video games. But you see people there in like Genshin Impact gear. And I'm like, I don't voice in Genshin Impact. I'm not even in LA. I can't voice in Genshin Impact. Or I'm not in voice actor. I'm not in Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. But I know plenty of Dallas Fort Worth voice actors, and I'm friends with a lot of the voice actors. I was actually trained by Cassandra Lee Morris, who voiced oh shit, what is she voicing? Sword Art Online, Kefla or Kefla.
Okay.
She voiced in that. She voiced a lot of stuff. She trained me to be an anime voice actor.
Oh, wow.
And video games. Lonnie Manella is a really good friend of mine. Like Lonnie Manella is a really good friend of mine, and she actually voiced in the recent update or recent video game God of War. She's done a
No
lot of-
shit. Wow.
Yeah, Lonnie's been in World of Warcraft. She's been in God of War, It Chapter 2. She's been in a lot of stuff.
Wow.
She was also the voice of every clicker in The Last of Us.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. All right. Damn.
But yeah, like, people like Lonnie have, they've shared with me their experiences because she's been in the industry for like 40 plus. I'm not trying to make her sound old. She's been in the industry for like 30, 40 plus years.
No,
and
you got to say seasoned. She's a seasoned. She's seasoned.
She's a well done seasoned, like a well done cooked steak voice actor.
There you go. There you go.
That's perfect right there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I go to conventions all the time. And it's funny because I met Mike City on Clubhouse. The DJ who was doing all of the, yeah, I met him on Clubhouse, and ever since he's become a brother. Any convention I'm at, I try to make sure he's there. If he's at a convention, he'll let me know. Listen, I'll come to support you. You know that. But these conventions have been nothing short of amazing. Hell, just like I met LeVar Burton. Then he was, he gave me so much knowledge and just pointers and like it's just bewildering sometimes meeting voice actors or celebrities who are actually just fans themselves. And like you, when you say I'm a nobody, it's like, no, you are somebody. To me, you're definitely somebody. Like, I never would have guessed the voice actor from all these horror games I have played or watched people play would be there. So you're definitely somebody.
I appreciate it. That's really awesome. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I really was surprised when you were like approaching me and like, dude, Project Nightmares, everybody knows about the game. I was like, really? I was like, I know the game's coming on console soon, but I didn't know like everybody knew about it. Oh, well, the game's coming on console soon. It's actually going to be released on PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2023, I think.
See, there you go. You heard it right here, chat. It's coming out more and more.
Yeah.
It is. Mod.
Let the horror continue.
Please. Majin Joker says, "You're my damn childhood."
I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I can't believe we've been streaming for 45 minutes already. Golly.
I'll be honest, my childhood I played games like the original Dino Crisis. Like, look, don't judge me, okay? When I was younger...
That is my
I
heart
played-
right there.
Yes. Dino Crisis, and I was too chicken shit to play the original Resident Evil. Honest to God, the music scared the shit out of me to even play Resident Evil. And it's weird because like I would play Dino Crisis and I'll be okay until the music kicked in, and I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I was like, I was like that. And it was really awesome though because like honest to God, the best game I've ever played when I was growing up was Medal of Honor. Like the original Medal of Honor, you cannot beat them. You cannot beat them. I honest to God miss the original kind of games where like, it makes no sense now because obviously the graphics have improved and all that stuff. But like back in the day, you would play Medal of Honor and you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you.
You really could.
But it's really awesome because the music wasn't Michael Giacchino. Michael's music was just phenomenal. Like it really made the game what it was, and it's just I would love to see more games kind of going that not that direction, but I would love to see like a game that sort of pays homage to the originals, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. I believe Uncle Diddy has a question for you.
What games do you enjoy playing that's out now? Honest to God, and look, I love horror games, don't get me wrong, and I love war games. I sometimes play Arma, but I try not to because Arma, even I have a monster gaming computer, and even my monster gaming computer is just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
Arma's insane.
What are you feeding me right now? Is this like some steak with like pasta and shit stacked on top of it, like lobster? Like my gaming computer is just like, stop feeding me this like, this conglomerate of food. It's like that's what Arma basically is.
Arma is insane. I've seen it, and I'm like, that's too lifelike for me. I cannot.
It's too much data. Like it's way too much data.
It truly is, because it'll be like, where did that guy shoot me from? Now you can say that in Call of Duty, but in Arma, it's like, seriously, no, where did he shoot me from?
No, but like what games I actually enjoy right now. Honest to God, I'm a really big RTS fan. Honest to God, RTS
Ooh,
and
okay.
RPG. Like I love Bannerlord. Like I grew up on Mountain Blade Warband. I grew up on that shit. But Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Oh my God, I'm addicted to that game. But I'm actually playing a game I voiced in, Call to Arms: Gates of Hell. I voiced the Russian soldier in that game. I don't really know where the hell it's at, but I voiced some kind of Russian soldier in that game. And I'm supposed to be voicing the Americans whenever the damn update comes out. But You didn't hear that from me because that
Listen, I don't know nothing about nothing.
oh shit, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
I don't know nothing about nothing. That's redacted.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you know, I play Grand Theft Auto 5 sometimes. You know, you play the LSPDFR mod. Oh my god, that mod is freaking awesome. You play as a police officer in that mod.
What? Oh yes, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's awesome.
That is hilarious. It truly
It's funny.
is.
Yeah, it really is. But I also play Ready or Not, and I actually voiced in Ready or Not. I voiced the accomplice in Ready or Not, and it was really funny trying to record like footage of the character that I voiced because my character, like, in the map, my character has a pistol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had to. I wanted to record as much dialogue as I possibly could from this character, so I grabbed a bulletproof shield. I didn't know that my character will eventually run out of ammo, and guess where he goes when he runs out of ammo? His ass goes upstairs and grabs the fucking armor-piercing rifle. So my bulletproof shield is pretty much like Play-Doh at that point. That motherfucker took pot shots at me, and I'm sitting here trying to be like, I just want to record you, God damn it. And he's like trying to kill me. I'm like, I just shot myself. I just got shot by my own damn self. How does that even work? Like, how do I kill myself? Like, what? It's like, what?
Oh shit. Josh Fighter, hello. Good to see you. Sugar and Spot.
It looks like you're here to stay.
Oh wow. Ladies and gentlemen, True Blue coming in with the tier 1 sub.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Sugar and Spice asked you a question.
Sure, what's up? What's the question?
I believe it's do you stream on Twitch?
Sometimes. I usually stream games I've worked on. Like, I've been streaming a lot of Enlisted because I actually voiced in Enlisted and because Gaijin is a huge, really big supporter of me, I guess you could say. They're actually sending me free shit soon. You can hear that from me.
Redacted.
Redacted. No free merchandise. No free merch.
What?
Anyways,
I don't know nothing. What?
No, but like I've actually been playing a lot of Enlisted because I actually have been playing Enlisted before I started working with Gaijin. Like I was actually really into Enlisted. I just didn't have good internet for Enlisted because my internet was like I had CenturyLink or some shit, so it was like not even fiber optic.
God,
It was like,
CenturyLink.
It was like, yeah, it was like dial-up. It was like, oh god.
that listen, between that and Cox Communication Internet, people I know who got Cox Communication, it is trash. It is absolute dog shit.
I'm gonna be sick after this interview hearing this kind of stuff.
How much time you got? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Because, Chad, our guest here,
I got a special date.
he's got a special date.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got a special date, and I'm leaving.
Me in the bathroom are calling. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Wait. Time out. If you got the emotes from Uncle Diddy stream, since the bathroom is calling, can you guys please
Wait,
give this man some toilet paper? Can y'all please Can y'all please give this man some toilet paper? Please and thank you.
I love it. That's great. I love it.
Yeah,
great.
that's Diddy's emote because he gets he plays these horror games and he gets snotty, so he had the emote of toilet paper. It's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous.
That is awesome. I love that.
Look at that. Look at that. All that toilet paper just for you. It's all for you.
No, but in terms of all the games I've worked on so far, the recent video games are I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So I actually voiced in a VR game recently. I think it's called Samurai. What's it called? Let me get back to the website real fast. My website actually had.
See, I never tried VR. No, that's a lie. I tried it on my phone years ago, but I never tried VR.
I tried it back when like it was the Wii, and
There you go.
it was like me and my mom playing, and we were playing like a Call of Duty game, and like all I know is I shot the air. I killed that cloud. I shot that cloud dead.
Listen, people slept on the Wii. I loved my Wii.
The Wii was fun for a while. It really was.
Oh,
Just,
hell
some of
yeah.
the controls were just like.
I mean, I had grandma playing bowling and, you know what I'm saying, and tennis. It was a great workout machine, I'll tell you that shit.
Yeah. So the video games I've recently done are Direct Contact, which is a really good like if you're a fan of Call of Duty and Arma, that's a really good game to play. It's still in development, obviously, but it's really cool because it actually they're working with actual veterans to get the game actually created, and it's actually being
Ooh.
developed by a veteran of some NATO country. I'm not sure if it's Norway, Sweden, or where it's at.
Okay.
Well, Sweden's going to be in a NATO country, but yeah. Direct Contact's number one. The VR game is Samurai Slaughterhouse. I voiced Master Nezumi. I voiced that character. Obviously, Book of Blood. I voiced Trevor. My first anime visual novel. So weird voicing this. It was Yandere Heaven. I voiced Atsushi, which was just. It's hard to explain how weird that character is.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I gotta hear that. So
Yeah, obviously Dark Knight. There's a really cool game called Broken Arrow. If anybody has ever played games like World in Conflict, that's a really good game to play if you're in like RTS games. Broken Arrow is a new RTS game that's America versus Russia, World War III.
oh shit.
I
Damn.
voice the American forces right now, but we're soon to be casting for extra voice actors, you know what I mean, like stuff like that. But people might know these games off the top of their heads. Were you ever a fan of the original Five Nights at Freddy's games and fan games?
FNAF. Yep.
So,
Scott Hawthorne, baby.
had you ever played a game called Final Nights 4 or Overnight 2 Reboot?
No.
So I voiced Investigator Max Donovan in Final Nights 4, and Overnight 2 Reboot. I voiced every character in that game. I voiced Darth Revan in Star Wars Force Combat. I have worked on Foley a Dear Father as Ryan. Dread of Laughter, I voiced the Butcher. Vertex, which is just like Jedi Academy, I voiced the male fighter in that game. By the way, if you go to Vertex or type in Vertex, I think it's like vertex.net or vertex.com. It's like a Jedi Academy game, but it's like on Unreal Engine 4 or 5, and it's super fun.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just type in Vertex, like Vertex Jedi Academy, you're gonna find it. I have worked on Nanobotic. I did the tutorial voice. It was like Vegeta again. Welcome here. I didn't realize my game was so high. I've worked on Lunacy St. Rhodes back when it was actually a different game than it is now, I guess you could say. I have worked on Miss Survival as the Berserker. I worked in Under Depths of Fear, which is a mobile game you can download now
I've seen
on
that.
iOS and Android. Yeah, I voiced the sailor in that game. I voiced in Hidden Deep as numerous miners. Not miners as in Chris Hansen. I'm talking about miners as in digging in the map.
What are you doing here? Sit down.
Booty! Booty! And that reminds me of that Boondocks episode. Uncle Diddy, what games would you be a dream to voiceover work?
The
I'm
Booty
sorry.
Warrior.
Yes, I would love to voice the Booty Warrior. I'm just kidding. No, I would honestly.
Oh shit. Oh god.
I would, honest to God, love to voice in a horror game like Silent Hill, or honest to God, like a Call of Duty game. A Call of Duty game would be awesome. But like, if I were to talk about my dream game, dude, honestly, a game like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto would be awesome to voice the character.
Yeah.
Like an actual like story-driven character. Hell yes, I'd be happy. I'd be happy to do that. But you know what? Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't made a game about. Like, I'm a really big fan of games like Life is Strange. Like, I love that game, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange is very interesting.
It is,
It
and I would
truly
love
is.
to see more games like that, but based upon like a realistic and I hate to say this because I don't want to come off like I don't want the chat to like crucify me for saying this, but I would really love to see a game where they focused on bullying and things like that, but make it into an actual video game where you can make choices. Like, I don't want to say this on stream.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say it. That's fine. You don't have to say it.
Basically, all I'm gonna say is that I want a video game that's based off realistic choices that can be made in reality in the modern times. You probably know where I'm going with this conversation.
Like real quick, Sweet Melody made an interesting comment. Have you played this game As Dusk Falls?
As Dusk Falls, I have not.
When I tell you this game broke me, this game you gotta play. you gotta play it. It is so intense. It's
I'll
amazing.
definitely check it out.
It is
Yeah,
amazing.
I'll definitely check it out. I'm very interested in games that are just like Life is Strange. Like Life is Strange, honest to God, kind of broke me. Like I was so back when Team Infinite was still a thing, when it wasn't separated because of internal conflicts that I'm not going to get involved in
Yeah.
conversation with. You know, we streamed Life is Strange, and I actually watched people streaming it who were in our team, and I was like this fucking game broke me, dude. Like it really. I'm not even playing right now, but I feel like I'm playing. Like it was a story that was. It was a story that was well done, well voice acted, well written, and honest to God, the biggest flaw with bad voice acting isn't always. It's 9 times out of 10 it's the script. It's not the actual voice actor. So because I've gotten really, really, really shitty scripts, but I've managed to turn them around because I'm like, I'm a writer myself, and I'm like, hey, you may have not meant to do this, but I'm going to say it how I would say it, not how you would say it, because this makes no sense how you would say it. Especially if they're like a foreigner or things like that. Oftentimes they don't have an issue with it, but if they do, I try to explain myself, and if they still have an issue, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll record it the way you want me to do it. I'm just telling you that it may sound bad, but that's completely your choice. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of games like Detroit Become Human, Quantic Theory, or
Quantum Theory, yeah. That was great. That was dope.
Is it Quantic Dream or Quantic Theory?
I think it was
it's
Quantum Theory.
I think it was Quantic Dream. No, the developer, not the game. I think it's Quantic Dream, if I'm not mistaken. Quantic Dream's the one that makes the games that are like story driven, sort of.
Yeah.
That and what is that? Don't Nod or not Don't Nod.
Don't Nod Entertainment. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're the ones that made the games like Life is Strange and things like that. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of those kind of games.
Yeah, Life is Strange 2 was like, this shit is deep.
I didn't like it as much as I like Life is Strange.
Yeah,
1.
it kind of pissed me off.
Like,
I think it made me more upset and angry than like anything. I was just like, this is not what I was expecting. This was not on my bingo card.
well, Life is Strange 1 took many, many approaches. It took bullying. It took, mental depression. It took a lot. It took, like, sexual assault. I mean, it took a lot of stuff, and it made it artistic. Like, it made it, like, non-insulting because the way it was done. And I love the way it approached things like that, because that's really what I would love to do with, like, I would love to see a game that focuses on like realistic aspects like Life is Strange did without the whole tornado bullshit. I mean that was cool, don't get me wrong,
but yeah.
I get what it was doing. It was trying to basically say that, it was basically like karma. And that's really what it comes down to, is that that tornado was karma. And, there's the old saying, those who reap the wind shall, or what is it? Those who sow the wind shall reap the whirlwind. And I guess that tornado was the whirlwind. Basically, it's, what comes around goes around. What's done in the dark shall be brought to the light, things like that. But getting way too involved in this core conversation, I would love to see more games like that, because I would love to voice in a game that's like Life is Strange. And I would love to, like, if I get to voice a main character in a game like that, dude, I would be sold. I'd be like, you know what? I'll do free voice work for the rest of my life if I can do a game like that. Like, that would be awesome. Like, to do an actual game that makes a real impact on people, you know what I mean?
No, I trust me. I definitely understand that. Oh, yeah. Life is Strange 2 focused a lot heavily on like racism, and I was just like, all right, what else?
I mean, that works, but I mean that it works, but don't
smother.
flaunt it.
Yeah, don't smother me with it, because now it's just I'm just getting annoyed now.
Yeah, it's like, I get it. I get it. That's what you're talking about. But do it like the Strange 1 did, and do it subtly. Don't do it like slamming it in your face. Be like, oh, this particular person is a different ethnicity. Okay, you've already said that one time, and you're going to keep repeating yourself?
Yes, they did. Chat, do you guys have any other questions before we, go and raid out? Because me and Brian, we got things to do.
Yeah.
We got things to do. All 3 Life is Strange games made me cry. Okay.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, that's damn good.
I didn't play Life is Strange 3. I just saw it. And I was like,
Nah,
they're
I
going.
didn't.
Look, look. I don't want anybody to take offense to this, but it just felt like Dalton I was going with the woke culture, and I was just like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Like I appreciate what they're doing with the differences and stuff like that, but
They tried
Life is
something.
Strange.
Tried
Yeah,
something new.
Life is Strange 1 was good. Life is Strange 2 was decent. Life is Strange 3, they're just trying to,
Capitalize on what's going on.
yeah. And
That's how
I'm
some
not
a lot of these
saying-
companies did. But
Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm not saying if anybody's left leaning, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that, focus on what made the game good in the first place. Don't just try to change things for the sake of, trying to adhere to a culture change. That's not how things are going to work in your favor.
there you go.
And that's what-
They try to capitalize on everything. That's.
I mean, if we're talking about, sorry, I don't want to.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
If we're talking about things outside of video games, let's talk about The Witcher, for example. The Witcher. So the showrunners for The Witcher and the writers for The Witcher are actually not basing their work off of what is it, Zinkowski? I can't think of the person's last name. The one who actually wrote the Witcher novels and things, The Witcher video games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They weren't basing it off that. They were basing it off what they wanted, and that's why Henry Cavill was like, "I'm out." Like, yeah, and it sucks because when people change things that fans love because they think that they know best, they don't know best, and they get bit in the end, like their ass gets bit in the end because they thought they knew best, but they didn't.
It never fails. It never fails, and we've seen it happen time and time again. This was oh my goodness, Blade is Truth. You coming at the end of the amazing interview. This guy, Brian Watts, Megawatts. He's the man.
I appreciate that. Does anybody have any questions? Just any questions for voice acting? Any questions for video games? Anything like that?
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, like I told you before, they call me the voice of Twitch. So I've been trying to, network with people, see what I can do, what roads I can lead myself on to, just try to get my voice out there. And
I could definitely see your voice being in a video game.
I'm trying. I actually had an interesting interaction with Elgato. I made them a video, and I told Elgato, your products need my voice. Your products deserve my voice.
They asked, how do you hide your accent?
That's a good one.
So obviously I'm from the South. If you can't hear the accent, it comes out a lot when I'm doing regular stuff. Like, all right, Bearded Baritone, nice to meet you, bud. It's been having a great conversation. But I mean, I'm able to hide it pretty easily because I'm able to neutralize my voice because I've done everything from. I've done British voice acting for a lot of different products around the world and things like that. But I've also done the Russian voice for quite a few things as well. I've done the what is it, Gates of Hell, Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, things of that nature. I've also done the German voice. Yeah, I can able to change my accent tonality with training and things like that. But when it comes down to like my southern voice, it sometimes comes out when I'm doing stuff.
Majin D Joker asks, what's the best way to get started in voice acting?
So, the best. I'm still doing the German voice.
The speaking the Deutsch.
The best way to that sounds more like a French accent. the best way to do it is anyways. Can you yodel, sir?
The fuck no. No. N-O. We're not yodeling in here. God damn it.
Yodel. No, but the best way to start voice acting is honestly just, build a character and learn to talk to yourself. I mean, I get paid to, I always say, people, I get paid to talk to myself. That's the best way to put it. I get paid to talk to myself in a small black room. It's fun. But when I first began, I was doing things like, I was a writer for Onyx Studios for Dinosaur Battlegrounds. That's how I first began in the industry. I was a writer for a dinosaur video game that, failed in the end. But Onyx Studios picked me up and not Onyx, Axel Springer picked me up, which is a part of they work with Onyx Studios. And from there, I worked with Team Infinite for a while as the director for Perfect Cell, the Just Saying series, all this bullshit. Perfect, all blah 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 blah. Yeah, whatever, Cell, you suck. Things like I did stuff like that for a while, and you know, that picked up a lot of traction. And eventually, I started working on fan projects as well. Like I think I did like fan animations for Perfect Cell versus other characters. I was like Perfect Cell versus One Punch Man or Saitama, and yeah,
Saitama. Okay.
yeah, it was weird because it's like, yeah, Perfect Cell gets his ass beat by, like flicking at him. But you know, it was funny. It was funny because I get to enjoy doing that kind of stuff, and I transitioned from doing fan animations to doing fan video games, such as Overnight 2 Reboot. Let me turn my gain down just a little bit.
No, that's probably me.
Well, hi there! Do you want to play a game? We can play Five Nights at Freddy's!
There you go.
Stuff like that.
There you
Sorry if I
go.
bursted anybody's eardrums for doing that shit. But yeah, I've worked on projects like, you know, Overnight 2 Reboot, where I voiced every single character in the game. I did Final Nights 4, where I voiced Investigator Max Donovan, which is pretty much my normal voice. And I've worked on a bunch of other projects. I voiced, Lego the Blind Mannequin, of course, I told you about that. I voiced not so good projects that I'm not too proud of repeating on live stream.
Yeah, I was
because,
about to say, speaking of which, somebody did just ask that question. Has there ever been a game you didn't want to voice? It's redacted, chat. We can't talk about it. We're not we're not going to talk about it. Just know there have been some projects that are just like, bro, what the fuck? I
have voiced in I wouldn't even call it a horror game. It was like an asset flip video game that Jim Sterling covered, and the developer of that game actually threatened to sue Jim Sterling. With
Yes. Jim Sterling, if you don't know who he is, he's a pretty big YouTuber as well. Oh God, I will never forget that, because that was a lot. That was a lot, and yeah, that's all we're gonna say about that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know who Jim Sterling is before he did his transition. Oh yes, Jim Sterling. Yeah, everybody knows who Jim Sterling is. I love Jim Sterling. He's hilarious to me. He's a great wrestler too. He's interesting. He's definitely interesting. I loved him whenever he hung out with one of my favorite people, Total Biscuit. God rest his soul. Oh, all right. Last question, I guess. With all your voice work you do, how do you preserve your voice?
I pray to the blood gods. I'm kidding.
More blood for the blood god.
More blood for the blood god. No. I actually, so it's moderation really. So I've actually pulled a muscle in my back one time while voicing a horror. I think it was an FPS game. I'm not sure if it was a horror game or if it was a shooter or what it was. I think it was a shooter though.
Jesus.
But yeah, so you can actually damage yourself without damaging your vocal cords in voice acting, believe it or not. I've learned that the hard way that I didn't know about. So I get involved. I do what's called, I think it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Mark Hamill does it. It's some form of acting that Mark Hamill does. What's it called? Method acting. It's where you it's like you get into that character's like sort of personality. Like you feel the character. Like if you're playing the Joker, you're more like, hello, Gotham, Joker's back in town. Things like that. You want to feel that character out.
Yes, you do.
And basically, I got involved in the character one time. I'm pretty sure it was a horror character. And my character was like running and shit like that, right? So I turned real fast, and I think when I turned and screamed, I strained something so much that I just pulled a muscle in my back, and I felt like I was having a heart attack, dude. I couldn't move. Like I fell immediately back in my chair, and I was like, I can't move. I'm done.
Damn.
And I was out for like almost a week.
Ooh.
It sucked.
That sounds like it. All right, last question. Majin D Joker says, "What character would you love to bring back?"
So, are you talking about a character that I voiced or a character that's just in general?
Yeah, we need a little bit more specifics on that Joker.
Yeah, but the character that I voiced, Scott Williams in Project Nightmares.
Project Nightmares. Beating Henrietta's ass with that flashlight was so satisfying. You have no fucking idea. You have no idea.
Yeah, I would say Scott Williams in Project Nightmares. So if you guys didn't know already, the game was actually inspired by Evil Dead. Scott Williams is actually Ash Williams' nephew per se, or something like that. I'm not sure what the. So you didn't hear, because obviously I don't want to get in trouble with the company that made Evil Dead.
Yeah.
But the idea was inspired directly from Evil Dead, and if we ever get licensing for Evil Dead, oh my god, please, yes, please.
Fingers crossed, yes.
Dude, I would love to make Scott Williams an actual character in the Evil Dead series. That would be amazing.
Oh man, Project Nightmares. Whew. Henrietta, that bitch. Fuck her. Hopefully we can get another Project Nightmares. Fingers crossed.
They are working on a new project, but I'm not gonna reveal what it is.
Oh, he's killing me, Jack. You know what? We gotta go. He's killing me. He's gotta go. Before we go, I would love to thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I greatly appreciate you coming on here. Hopefully, I'll see you at the next convention, whenever the hell that will be. I don't know what convention is next, because it's like now it's like the end of the year. It's like this time I just stay close to home. I don't even travel this time of year like that, but the next convention, hopefully I'll see you there.
Okay, yeah. Where is your next convention at? Do you know?
Who that? I have no idea. I have no idea. I can probably, I think Jay was telling me, or Sherman. Jay or Sherman was telling me about the next one. Because Sherman is the guy that runs the big game section where all the computers and all the vintage consoles that he has. I don't know if you got a chance to go over there, but he runs all the video game tournaments. So I could definitely find out from him, for sure. I can find out from him.
If I get permission, I will actually tell you what the next project for NC developers or NC development actually is.
Listen, I'm only a DM away. That's all I'm saying. I don't know nothing about nothing. Chat won't hear anything about anything. I won't even tweet it out. Just know it's gonna be a damn good time. That's all I'm saying. Oh, goodness. All right, really quick, let's get on out of here. Sugar and Spice, thank you for the raid. Famous track star. It's Lola Cole. Pachuco 916, thank you for the follow. True Blue came through. I would like to thank Majin D Joker, Blade is Truth, Sweet Melody. Yes, I go down the list of everybody who has said hi, any type of interaction in my channel. Auntie Diddy, Uncle Diddy, Shay 30, Greg the Female. Already says Sweet Melody. Let's go up a little bit more. Go up. True Blue, of course. Psalmist was here. Sugar and Spice again. I can go on my list right here. Bam, there we go. Oh God, we had a lot of people in here today. Oh my goodness, holy shit. God, I'm trying to see if anybody else. Lady J was here. Oh my goodness, so many people. And I can't go back to see everybody. But even if you were just lurking in the stream, I greatly appreciate you guys for coming here. This will not be our last interview. Hopefully, we will.
Oh, look, a visitor.
Okay. Sergenes? Okay. Sergenes, thank you so much for the follow. J-Rock was here. Greatly appreciate it. Uncle Diddy, follow him on Twitter. You're gonna want to follow him. Now, Uncle Diddy is the Black Ghostbuster I was telling you about.
Okay.
You're gonna want to follow him. He's a great guy. I gotta show you some of his clips from his Terrifying Thursdays and Tuesdays. Trust me, you're gonna laugh your ass off. But chat, we are going to raid. Let me find somebody that we can raid. We are going to raid somebody. Let me see who's on my list. Let me see. Damn, there's not too many people. You know what? I know exactly who we're going to raid. I know exactly who we're going to raid. This young lady, she is also a up-and-coming voice actor, believe it or not. And she is amazing. I'm going to put the raid message in the chat. There you go. Chat, we're going to go raid over to Tifaraga because I miss her. I haven't seen her in a while. It'd be nice to see her. Chat, also remember, this is my last stream for the week. You will not see me. I'm going to Jamaica. My flight is tomorrow. I'm going to miss you guys. There's going to be a bunch of pictures I post on Instagram, maybe on Twitter, but I need a vacation and I need to relax. So do me a favor, copy.
So he did
Okay.
message me back just now. He said when the game is ready, we will release demo. We will not make another early access title. We will actually just release the demo. So right now his father's in the hospital right now. That's what he told me. So he's not able to give me full permission. However, I will say that this is going to be a. I don't want to say it out loud.
Don't say it. Don't say it. We'll keep that between us.
Let's just say there's gonna be a lot more horror.
Oh shit, chat, we can't wait. Black Ghostbuster, Uncle Diddy, get excited and get ready. I just want to request a pic of cheat. You know what? Bye. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I'll see you on the next stream.
Sand.